Isn't that beautiful flower? It's on the thumbnail too. So we've got Saint Michael's cards and Saint Mystic's cards. Now, no, I'm not changing my name. It's Miss Mystic. I still love you and I still thank you. But yesterday, Saint Mystic came out at the end instead of Miss Mystic, so they wanted me to explain that. They said that was my higher self just explaining that I am a saint with Saint Michael, and our interviews are going very well. So that's why they wanted me to do the Miss Mystic cards with the Saint Michael cards, because this is working out real well. A lot of you are definitely coming into the physical avatar. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to shuffle these up. Randomly at the bottom is new beginnings. So we're going to shuffle this up, and a lot of you are coming in a physical avatar from other dimensions. Your higher selves are reuniting your twins with you. A lot of you are going to be receiving business partners, soul partners, mission partners, and soul partners to help you with your projects. Whether it's the New Earth project, whether it's a new career, something to do with business. And there will be a lot of love there as a friendship love. And for us that are going to get our twins, you may be taken off the New Earth and just remain in the other realms and come back and help. So it depends where you're at. Don't worry about it too much. Randomly at the bottom of this deck is they just want you to devote yourself to connectedness. They basically just want you to get connected and to keep watching daily for the energy. Keep watching and seeing what the energy is saying. We're going to get a nice message here from Saint Michael and Saint Mystic. So we have to call them in. I'm just going to be a medium today. The Magician card keeps showing itself. You can do anything. Think and grow rich. Magic power within. So this is the card of riches, of abundance. And I just got done saying that they're coming in to help you with your project. Your project is a new career. It's something you love. If you love music, you're being taught in Astro how to play better music. If you love cooking, you're being taught in Astro how to be a better chef, etc. All right? So we're going to shuffle these up and just get a message from St. Michael and see what he wants to tell you. This has mostly to do with the interviews, he said, because all of you want your soul tribe. I don't think anybody on here does not want their soul tribe, and I don't think anybody on here doesn't want their romance. Romance, abundance, soul tribe. I think you're all getting kind of sick of being stuck in a room with dirty socks. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what St. Michael wants to say. There's the black crow. Hi, honey. Come get your bread. First thing he wants to say is keep your eye on the targeted intention. And what he's telling me there is loud and clear. He's just saying keep your vibe high, keep your focus on what you want. Don't let anybody discourage you either and tell you it's nonsense. A lot of us are alone in a room with dirty socks because of the fact that we can't do what we want to do out here. We have to stay in our cage. Well, that part's ending. So keep your eye on the targeted intention. We're getting released from our cages. And it's a favorable outcome, he says. So don't give up before the miracle happens. And he's saying you and your loved ones are safe. So again, if you're having this fear of earthquakes and you're having this fear of all the stuff that's going on right now, he said don't. Now, somebody that just lost their house, they can say, well, you told me not to have fear, and look at my house is gone. Well, are you okay? Are your pets okay? Because you and your loved ones are safe. I think he agrees. You and your loved ones are safe. You always can get another house, another cage. Okay? You created the situation. You have the power to change it. And remember, again, nothing is not from what you planned. Now, we just had a blue jay come in, and that's unusual this early to be here with the black crows, but he's here. And it was funny because my neighbor has a camera behind me that when the bird lands on the feeder, it tells them what the bird is. And they just mentioned that the blue jay is really called I think it's a scrub blue jay. And they learned that, and it was something new. And then Steve mentioned it on his video. So I'm getting lots of blue jays visiting me. So I think they're called scrub blue jays. I'm not absolutely sure, but I call them Blue Jay. What an original name, right? Blue Jay. And then we have the little sparrows that I call Sparky. And my neighbor said those are actually finches. And he said the sparrow is from a finch family, but he said these are finches, not sparrows. He thought they were sparrows too. So he watches the birds, and now there's a camera that tells you what the birds are. So it's wild. See, that's what I'm talking about when I say the spaceship has everything. It knows your thoughts, it knows your feelings, it knows your vibe, it knows, it records everything. And that's been going on for a long time. And that's why I said, y'all thought you were getting away with something, but y'all weren't. Okay? So if you think it's pretty mind-blowing that a bird feeder tells you the name of the bird, that's how dumbed down we were, because that's absolutely the technology that they use on the spaceship. You can just look at you and see everything about you. It's kind of like the movies where the sci-fi movies. See, the sci-fi is real and the news is fake. And I've mentioned that before. So anyway, so you created the situation. You have the power to change it. That house being blown away by that tornado, that yes, was in your soul contract, believe it or not. Okay? Take time making this decision and let go of fear now. So the only thing he's telling me here is that a lot of you have decisions you have to make. Just slow down, take your time making them. You don't have to hurry. We're not in a hurry, I keep hearing. We're not in a hurry, and let go of the fear now. So once again, it can be fearful when your house gets blown away, but the towers are coming in. And the towers are happening, but you and your loved ones are safe. It's a favorable outcome, and keep your eye on the targeted intention. Okay? All of this stuff really in the 3D and the 4D really does have to dissolve so that we can bring in the new. Okay, so I'm going to leave them 6 out here. The bottom line is take your time. You don't have to be in a hurry, and let go of fear now. And the first card out of Miss Mystic, Saint Mystic, she says the tower moment. And I was just telling you about that. Sudden changes, unexpected results. Boom, shakalaka. Stefan Burns, if you're listening, boom, shakalaka. The moon was in reverse, so the truth is not going to be hidden for much longer. Trust your intuition and go for the mystery. I told you that I'm calling my movie Proverbs 31 Woman with the Hierophant, but it is the magic mystery tour. Remember Scooby-Doo? I think they had like the magic mystery bus or something. Well, that's the kind of energy I have. It's a mystery, but the truths are coming out. The unknown and the illusions are coming out. And face your fears. Let go of fear now. So Miss Mystic and Saint Michael are saying, face your fears. Okay, under face your fears was sense of humor, and God is in charge. So that's a couple extra messages there from Michael. You're in charge, but God is in charge of you. Sense of humor, face your fears now. Okay, and with the moon card in reverse on the tower, that's everything I was just saying. So we did have a movie, The Virgin and the Lion King, was it? And that's already done, over, in process to be on film or whatever they're going to do with it. Now we have the Hierophant and the Proverbs 31 woman, and we're working on that in Astro. I wanted to bring that up to you. I've mentioned it a couple days ago, a couple of times. If you don't know what the Proverbs 31 woman is, make sure you look it up in the Bible. Yes, it's Proverbs chapter 31. The Hierophant, if you don't know what the Hierophant is, he has completed all of his page, knight, king, queen, all of his positions, and he is now the top ranking leader. And I think on 3D and 4D, they call it a 6-star general. Well, he's a 7-star. He's a 7-star general. He's a commander. He's an 8-star, 9-star. Okay, so he's awesome. Ending, death card. Now, I wanted to talk about this death card because last night in Astro, we said that if the death card came out this morning, hi! If the death card came out this morning, I was supposed to definitely mention it because there's going to be lots of deaths. And I told you that this death card is usually just a transformation energy. It's old to new. It's bringing in new beliefs. But this is an initiation process. And in an initiation process, can't talk very well, what happens is there has to be a lot of deaths, okay? A lot of souls have to leave this earth because we're purifying this energy. So the atmosphere is changing. Like right now, it's all foggy out. If you can see behind me, yeah, obviously, it's all foggy out. Earthquake, we just had a 5.6 up north. Japan, Venezuela, they had big 7.6 earthquakes, right? Okay, this is that clearing out of the old. So obviously people have to die and people have to go to their next assignment. When I talk about doing new assignments, it's not only spiritual, it's also physical. So you may feel physical changes. You may feel like, what the hell just happened? I know I saw my cat jump up onto a wooden box and it went all black, and I had to touch it to make sure it was real, because when the cat jumped up on the box, there was nothing there. It was complete black void. So things are happening to your eyes, to your ears, to your brain. And before it was more physical symptoms, the ascension was, it was more like you had the kundalini rising in your back and you had the major headaches because of the third eye opening. You had the heartburn and the heart palpitations because of the heart chakra opening, right? Well, now it's more of the brain. It's more of the veil is gone. It's like this fog. When the fog lifts and the sun comes out, well, it's that kind of you're starting to see things for real. Okay, so the death card, lots of death. Now you also know a lot of pets are moving on because they can't handle this new energy in a cage, in a body, on a leash, in a house. They're just leaving. Okay, so just expect it. And when your animal does leave, know that they're with you 5D and higher. And don't be so sad, because again, that's trying to bring your vibe down. I know you love them. I know you miss them. I am the biggest animal lover around. I understand that, but you can't let it bring you down. Just like when you hear about your loved ones are saying to you, why are you sad? We're happy. Well, your animals are saying that too. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Cups. So we have that classic romance coming in. People that wear their heart on their sleeves, that want love as their main goal, and creativity as their main goal. So love and creativity is exactly what our main goal is. So he's coming in. The Knight of Cups is coming in. He's already journeying, Six of Swords. He's already on his way, he or she. I told you that they're beaming up and down souls right now. That's why a lot of people are going to see death, because old souls are leaving and the new ones are coming in. It's really a harvesting time. It's a perfect time. It says help is arriving at the perfect time. Rite of passage is supported. Everything I just said is the Six of Swords card. If you can go really deep on the Six of Swords card, maybe look up the Six of Swords, because that's the energy right now of very deep, deep transition. Very deep, okay? There's not even words to explain this. That's why 1704 on the clock. That's why I'm doing St. Michael and Miss Mystic, because there's not even words to explain this stuff that we're doing in Astro. Queen of Pentacles, you have all you need. You are grounded, you're generous. This is a kind and nurturing attitude, but I feel that it's upside down, and when I picked it up, it was upside down, but they don't mean it badly. They just mean that the Queen and the King must unite. The King and the Queen of Pentacles must get together, and soon. And that's what's happening. As fast as an earthquake happens, that's how it's happening. And again, the Sun card being in reverse, it's not yet happened, but it's a favorable outcome. St. Michael said this is the exact favorable outcome. It's the exact thing he told you. He said, keep your eyes on the target, and you and your loved ones are safe, right? Okay, I just saw a spider run between the cards, and the spider, hi honey, the spider is probably the size of, well, let's see if we can show it to you. There he is. He's just a itty bitty baby. Everything is significant. Spiders are changes. Spiders are a sign of change. Okay, so he's just saying that favorable outcome, okay? The favorable outcome, say, is not here at the second. So he's driving on now, he's moving on, and he just left, but yet he's circling back around. So it's kind of like maybe we messed with his house here. He was sleeping and we put the cards down, and it's a favorable outcome, but he has to take his time making this decision. He's filling his soul contract, and he's moving back around. He has paused when I said take time making this decision. And with this Sun card again, creativity and love are on the bottom. That was the same thing that was on the bottom of the Knight of Cups, was love and creativity on the bottom, love and creativity on the Sun card. So you've got the Sun card with the Knight of Cups, all talking about love and creativity. It's funny how this stuff is repeating itself. Okay, you're getting the same cards, but different messages. I mean, the same message, but different cards. Okay, now we're just going to pull a couple more from the bottom here. We've got the Magician coming back, saying you can do anything. and that's what we need to focus on. We've got the Hanged Man, which is the new perspective, going through the Five of Swords, which is challenges, and the courage to declare the truth. Okay? Do you have the courage to stand up for what you want? Well, the Five of Pentacles is feeling left out in reverse. So can you get not feeling left out? Can you get in there and find your soul tribe? Can you ask St. Michael to bring in your soul tribe? Can you ask for an interview with St. Michael and St. Mystic and get involved? Okay, it's going to take strength. I told you that yesterday. Courage, so that's just backing up that card that said you have the courage to declare the truth. The Strength card. And then the last cards, this is going to be the final kind of message here. We've got the Three of Wands. You're waiting for results. So you have to believe and trust in yourself. Open new doors, and past is past. Learn from the lessons. And how many times do they tell us that? How many times? It's over and over and over again. So I want to go over this one more time because it's over and over and over again. Waiting for results, Three of Wands. Believe and trust in yourself. Open new doors. The word new. Open new doors. Get out of that smelly laundry room. Past is past. Learned lessons. Okay, well, I am Miss Mystic, and he is St. Michael, and we do love you.